Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. We're back for another in-depth soulmate read, and we're going to get for you new viewers or other ones that are kind of journeying into this awakened soulmate ascension where you're starting to feel them, you're starting to acquire certain synchronistic events happening, and we're going to get all the deets for you, really involved as we can, from initials to personality to times and dates and all of that. I just have a quick shout out to someone who I find wonderful. On her channel, Real Love Journey, she started doing these wonderful readings for children where she dresses up, look like Snow White, and tells stories. So if you want to put that on the TV for your kids, the Giving Tree, the Three Bears, and have story time, it was a really sweet and inspired idea. And she's so lovely, and she has other great stuff on her channel as well. Again, it's Real Love Journey. Go check her out. She is wonderful. And thanks you guys for all your beautiful comments and everything that you show your support. My new beautiful patrons, thank you so much, Keely and Quinn, and my regulars. You guys are absolutely amazing. And you know, I couldn't do this and have all this great tarot library that exists in my oracle cards without you guys and your support. So I have 3 cards to choose from. Oh, I also wanted to let you guys know, because I wasn't sure if you were aware in my shop, my beautiful blue crystal quartz stones. I put them on gold chain too, because I know some people, everybody likes their color. They like their colors. They sometimes like brushed nickel, they like silver, they like gold. So for the beautiful cubes that have been selling like hotcakes, I can put them on any chain that you want. In the store, there's silver and gold, but if you have something that you want, I can always, you know, modify everything for you guys too. And they look wonderful. It's regular blue aura quartz, ice quartz, and it really helps with the throat chakra to express and to just communicate beautifully. I love this stone for that. And I just got a whole new strand in today, so I'm really excited to work with this too. I'm going to probably make some bracelets and other good things. So let's get down to your choices. Number 1 is gratitude, and you also have onyx here. Oh, I'm sorry, rainbow obsidian. I was looking at the word onyx on one of my crystal cards and it just traversed. This is actually this is so tremendous in terms of protection from negative energy. I love rainbow obsidian. And number 2 is the Hierophant, and I have the beautiful blue ice crystal quartz on there. Number 3 is romance, and I also have carnelian. I love carnelians for passion, expression, vibrancy. They have a lot of like garnet kind of attributes where you just feel vitality and zhuzh, and you feel motivated as well. So I'm going to let you make your choice, and I'm just going to have a sip of water. It's so funny, all the cats want to go into another room, so you might hear cat growling. So let's see what is going on. Oh, I just want to pull something up quickly as a reminder too. There's a couple reminders that I found really interesting. Okay, with the retrogrades going on, Pluto's already in retrograde. We have Venus, we have Saturn, we have Jupiter going into retrograde. We're going to have 4 planets in there. Now, Venus is interesting because it's a planet of love, balance, and harmony. So its retrograde is the rarest. You know, it occurs approximately every month and lasts around 6 weeks. And this year it enters the retrograde zone in April, 5 degrees Gemini, stations in May at 20 degrees Gemini, and continues backwards until the end of June, where it stations direct, 5 degrees Gemini, leaving its shadow period by the end of July. Now, this isn't the best time to start a summer romance or spend big money, okay? Temptations are really strong when Venus is in retrograde, and willpower is weak. Faux show. Your natural perception of what is sensible is on hold, while overindulgences try and often succeeds to overpower it. So really watch the spending, watch, modify and clarify what's really important right now, because those expensive shoes may not look so appealing once the retrograde period finishes. Same goes for romances. The perfect match might turn out to be a dud once Venus starts moving forward again. And that's That's pretty unique because I saw in quite a few private reads that I was doing for people that they have what seems to be an intense and amazing connection beginning in mid-summer. And then it come through later finding out through the reading that that is kind of just like a pop of passion, lesson learned, and then moving on, like no hard feelings. But when they were evaluating the relationship, they realized that it was heavily on the physical side. And then when they get to know the spiritual and attributes of the other person, that their interest is waning quite a bit, because once that initial passion was wearing off, they're realizing the substance wasn't as rich as intentionally calculate. And I was finding that with quite a few of some of the reads I was doing. So again, we're going to really have our lenses on. So let's see what's happening with number 1. Really exciting. First of all, I want to get some initials and I want to get your time frames. So let's do some shuffle-a-roonies. Okay, so this kind of falls right on the cusp. 4 months. If we're looking at right now, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, I feel like, that's where the adjustment period and by then things are kind of situated. So you have wise, intuitive hits, and you kind of, you get a better feel of what's going on and you don't feel so sidetracked. Also, I feel that this is a time where you feel really connected with summer months, and you traditionally, it's like the water, the beach, all those things really appeal to you. You're really going to be in charge of what you want to do this summer. You're deciding once these freedoms kind of come back in, you're going to want to go full charge after your dreams, the person of your dreams, what you want, and you're not going to hesitate, because this is a huge wake-up call for a lot of people. So let's get some initials too. So we got 4 months. So we have D and T, and these can be some of the other ones too. There can be some DM, there can be some TC as well for initials. Lots of Davids, lots of Thomases, definitely some Marks, definitely all kinds of Charles, Catherines, Christines, definitely. Now here's something that I keep hearing. I feel like you're going to be getting some much needed recognition for your work as well. Although this is a soulmate read, I feel your frequency and vibration is going up in your concentration to a really serious degree. Therefore, your focus is on what it should be. Like, you've just got this. You've reevaluated. You're using, the beginning and late spring and early summer to really evaluate. Listen, why am I paying attention over there to these people, these notions, these ideas, when they're just diminishing my focus where it needs to be? Because you're having some really great creative ideas and you want to implement them into your professional life, and you're going to be doing that and having some miraculous breakthroughs. So let's see what's going on in terms of the energy that's coming on. Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted energy. Oh, I love this. So a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships and social invitations, great intuitive insights. You're being led and divinely guided to your soulmate, so you don't have to put in all this work. It's not a hardship. It's not difficult. It's just happening. It's just taking place. Oh, excellent. So let's see some overarching energy, knowledge. So this is something about them that you're uniquely impressed by when you first meet them, is their in-depth knowledge of so many things. I feel like they are very richly engrossed in a lot of spiritual teachings right now, and they have a lot to teach you as well. And that's part of, I feel, the high attraction factor, is you love somebody who is grounded, who is earthy, has their act together, is cognizant of the fact that there is such connectivity within the collective, and when we come from a loving, intuitively place, we live a good life. We're balanced when we simplify, and we're not always in a state of want. You have around that person, they just want everything. They want bigger, better. They want more excitement, more energy, adrenalized things. It's almost like an addictive behavior. Nothing satisfies. You're so tired of that. And now that life had taken on a calmer, cooler pace, you like the simplicity of that. You love people that like gardening, that like good conversations, good food. You're ready for that. And they have an extensive library and knowledge of so many things, of travel, of languages, and, not just so they can go out and eschew everything they know. They simply just know these facts, you know, because they are lifelong learners, and that's important to you. Also, their faith. They have extreme faith and optimism in how the world works and operates. And when you see the world as a beautiful, loving place to dwell, that's how you experience life. And you're really impressed with that. So let's get some zodiac. So we have a possible Sagittarius and a possible Cancer. Lovely. So I myself am a Sagittarius, and you know, fire signs are great. There's very distinctive perspectives within Sagittarius. They're very enlivened. They're philosophers. We like to learn, very spiritual. We don't just take things at face value. We'll research the hell out of it because we want to know the why, wherefores, and everything else. I'm very easygoing, but we don't really suffer fools lightly. If people are liars, cheats, or whatever, and we're intuiting that and we get that, that's it. We've had, that's enough. We're not going to play along with that. They also like to be in charge, and we're not really subtle. Fire people, especially, are often leaders. They're great in politics. They're great as heads of companies. Oh my God, especially Aries. I have never not met an Aries that hasn't been large and in charge in a huge way, like fire signs. Cancer, beautiful, very emotional, very erudite, beautiful speakers, very poetic, very kind of like ethereal, just gorgeous, dreamy, artistic, beautiful sign for you there. Oh, I love that. So let's see what kind of blessings that are going to come along with this as well. So we also have a blessing for your good work. That's going to arrive in the same kind of, it's going to be helmed by the same ship that is bringing in your soulmate in that 4-month period. What happens as we ascend and we step into this beautiful vibration, more than one thing comes true and happens. Oftentimes it comes in a beautiful domino effect. Work, our spiritual understandings, our friendships, our monetary breakthroughs, love, all of that arrive in very quick order because we've opened that door for allowance. We don't have all this doubt and speculation and fear anymore, so we're just letting it come in. So that is what you're doing. You're just saying, hey, let the good times roll. There's no way I'm going to block myself from all these riches of abundance and love, and I'm ready for them. And again, in terms of years, I'm hearing 3 years senior. Sometimes I hear age difference, sometimes I don't. 3 years senior for sure. And again, quick-witted. I keep hearing quick-witted, very funny, lighthearted, which is very, very important, right? People that take themselves too seriously are oftentimes hard to deal with because, they can't make fun of themselves. They have trouble going with the flow of things because they'll set certain expectations and when they don't come true, it seems like such a hardship. But they are the opposite of that. Very flowy, very breezy, which is beautiful, group 1. I love that energy for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Yeah, keep on keeping on because you have really beautiful things coming in your direction. Have faith. Beautiful, new emotional situation where you feel loved and cherished and cared for. There's your initials. Love it. Okay, and we're looking at 4 months. And another thing too is like start your envisionment process. Imagine what it'd be like to have conversations with them, what it would be like to share dinner and go dancing and all those little beautiful cues and clues. That's you guys. Okay, so again, if you're new to my channel, all my links are down below for a private read, my Etsy store. If you want to go get some Mother's Day goodies down there. Oh, and I also have an announcement. I just heard from my Goddess Provisions provider that they sold out of the May box. And hopefully they will be getting some more of those. I don't know exactly what the situation is. But if you go on my link below, they'll have the choice of all the boxes that they do have. So, yeah, I guess it just went gangbusters. And with good reason because it was pretty phenomenal. So again, you guys, and thank you guys for joining my Patreon and help supporting my channel as well. So now we're on to the Hierophant. And this is one of my favorite cards in the deck after the 6 of Wands because the Hierophant always has the keys, the answers. It is slow, subtle evaluation and a great perspective and long-term thinking and using your spiritual and emotional intelligence and all of these things for guidance to get you to the right spot and feeling good. So let's start off with your initials that your soulmate has. We have a B and a D and an R. So it can be R, RBD. Some of these could be your initials. So again, those are some of those. And let's get your time frame. 7 months. I also feel like that might be a lucky number for a lot of you guys. 7s are really part of like it just works for you. It's your lucky number. It could be your birth date. That could also be their birth date for sure. And right away too, I'm hearing this person has super success in their 11th house when it comes to friends, social groups, hope, wishes, long-term goals. A lot gets achieved for them because they have intense and beautiful focus, as well as, you know, beautiful optimism that always keeps that ship steered the right way. They don't throw in the towel easily. They do not give in. They are, you know, tenacious, and they know that, you know, it takes fortitude. Oftentimes, you know, on our path to whatever we're doing, we can get rejected if we're writers, whatever, you know, manuscripts, everything, things can get rejected, but it's getting back up and saying, you know, all's going to work out and everything is going to work out. So let's see what's going on with this. So again, you know, this is Spirit's message to you within this soulmate journey to ignite your passions. If you've shelved anything that you used to love to do, re-pick up that pen, that paintbrush, singing, guitar, whatever it is, because I feel like sometimes when we have gifts and then they become latent gifts and we put them down and shelve them for a while, we'll have this little niggling from Spirit that's like, revive this. And this is with all these retrogrades taking place. This is us recharging, reinitializing certain gifts, reactivating certain life purpose projects, you know, because one thing I definitely believe always leads to another. Oftentimes when I pick up my card, I instantly get ideas like this combination of colors I thought would be absolutely beautiful within a necklace, you know, the dark with the green and the turquoise and all of that, things like that. One thing will initialize another, and I feel like you're going to have a lot of really remarkable things that are going to start to take place in your life when it comes to that. Oh, and I'm also getting set your sights higher. Set your sights higher. Never diminish or dilute what you want when it comes to your life, when it comes to your soulmate, when it comes to your journey, how you make your living. You should definitely love that if you're in a job. And now when people are going to reinitialize that too, really put a keen perspective on this. Do I look forward to this when I go in there? Am I like super jazzed to be doing this, or does it feel like a heavy energy? Does it feel like something I don't really want to participate in anymore? We really need to be asking ourselves the big questions with that, because we certainly don't want to be participating in things that aren't part of, you know, our future in a really positive sense. Why do something that's like mediocre, not interesting, not fulfilling? We're just not doing that anymore. So let's see what possible signs they might be. So we have Aquarius and Capricorn. Ooh, two fantastic signs here. Aquarius, very independent, knowledgeable, usually quite creative, well-read, very erudite, well-spoken, great in social situations, dreamy, beautiful. Capricorn, absolutely dependable, reliable, honest, steadfast. Those are signs. I mean, they problem solvers, very logistical. So wonderful. And also I feel like when Capricorns commit, just everybody else just get out of the way, because that they made up their mind. You're in that truck and you're on their way to get married, you know. And also a lot of their Capricorn's energy resides in the 10th house of public reputation, honor, profession, authority figures. They're very practical and ambitious. So they'll probably be quite well heeled and in a place of power, situated, whatever it is. And they're also really great with money and investing. And Aquarius, I really find a unique sign in that they are really entrenched in the 11th house of friends, social groups, hopes, wishes, long-term goals as well, where, you know, they're very humanitarian. Friends are very important to them. They handwrite letters. They're very, you know, they have great ethics and great manners as well. So let's see what we're covering. So we have that we have initials. Again, we have your time frame for 7, and I want to feel what your overarching stuff is going to be here. You have the Queen of Raphael, kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. It's really saying now follow your heart, the love of home and family. Trustworthy psychic information is going to be coming in from reads that you get, as well as what you are ingesting and then intuiting yourself. It's going to be very well directed and pointing you in the right direction. Again, in terms of age, I feel like there's only like a 2-year age spread, them being that much older than you. But I also see for four of you, for some of you, for four of you, for only four of you in the whole collective, and some, there will be a 4-year age spread too. Again, you're on your path, you're going to slow down. And again, much more kindness, understanding, giving energy around you where you don't feel rushed. You're realizing, listen, the pace I used to lead was not conducive to my peace of mind, to me feeling mellow, for me to be able to intuit things wisely and feel good about myself and my direction, because I was like on a runaway train, saying yes to things I didn't want to say yes to, burning the candles at both ends. And now I really want to be a receptacle of excellent information and guidance, so I'm slowing everything down. And that's what's going to help in a really beautiful way to initiate your connection as well, group 2. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read and you want all your teeny tiny details and all the goods, just let me know. And my Etsy store is down there. I'd love for you guys to come see me on Instagram at Sparkrist11. I'll be doing daily posts and memes and all the stuff over there, and I'm doing giveaways. And if you ever have any question too about crystals and different things of that nature, I always use the DMs to answer questions over there too. Or if you're just having an incident where you're like, oh my gosh, Melanie, I do not understand this, what is going on? If I'm able to help in any way, I definitely will. So love and light to you. And now we're on to number 3. Let me get a sip of water. Romance. And I have an idea that a few of you chose this. So you have confidence and flexibility. These are reminders of what you'll be moving into, and also why they'll be helpful. You're going to be bold. You're going to rise up and stand up. You're going to feel fire in your soul. You're ready for love. You're amped up. You're excited. Also, flexibility, hugely important for us to navigate life peacefully, right? We don't want to be rigid. Rigid never works. Rigid causes conflicts and disappointments. So let's just be flexible, eh? Yeah. I mean, anybody that I've ever known in my life that does not have flexibility, they have so much undue hardship. It's just so silly, right? Gently flow through the turbulence. Life has the ability to shape you, so just bend with it, just go with it. Notice that everything's temporary. I feel like you're going to have great expectations and be open for whatever comes next, and it's going to be the music that your heart has been waiting for, because you're really ready for it. So let's get some initials. Good. These are stiff too. We have M and S. I'm going to pull a third one too. M, S, and T for initials, and one of those can be yours. I'm finding for a lot of people that in these larger reads, oftentimes it's one of your initials as well. So let's see, a blessing on the children. So this is for if you already have children or your children to come, that you have very specialized guides that help you with fertility, with the health of your children, and with the protection of them as well, which is nice. So let's see what else is going on for you. Oh, nice. I like this. So your perception is going to be really sharp in terms of where you're destined to go and what's coming for you. You don't feel, that kind of like misadventure that's always happening, like, oh, I'm going to try this out, and like every weirdo in the history of the world ends up coming your way, and like everything seems like it's on a default. That's ending. That like, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. It's just not taking place for you anymore. The opposite is true. You're going to be in good fortuitous situations. You're going to be in situations where things are helpful and where things are going to be thriving. So let's see. Your time frame, we have 8, so 8 months for some of you guys, and I'm going to pull a secondary because this is for so many people. Let me get my other deck out here. Okay, so we have 2 months, and then we have 8 months. And I do feel like for some of you guys, you may have already been on social media connecting with certain people, and you're wondering, I haven't met them person to person, so I haven't had that impactful energy exchange that really explains what's going on, right? That heartfelt, like kaboom. And oftentimes you need that interplay of chakra energy and synergy to see what's really going on. And when you get to meet them, that will be a true indicator. Okay, so we have that. And I love this card. I just love that they're like drinking through their chalices and they're all happy. It's so beautiful. Yeah, let's see what's going on. So we have initials, we have that. And again, in terms of age, you guys, I'm hearing 3 and 6. So 3 years older or 6 years older for some of you. Now I start to get double numbers sometimes with that. And I want to pull some, zodiac signs and see what they can be. We have Gemini and we have Leo. Okay, so Gemini, very interesting. Like Geminis, I always find very sociable, fun, light, interesting. You know, their power resides in their third house, mental expression, communication, fun trips, siblings, all of that. You oftentimes you do get a roller coaster ride with them because they can seem like two entirely different people. They can seem so emotionally balanced and concise and easygoing one moment, and then they can be completely antisocial and critical. It's like there are extremes within the Gemini, and that's what I think finds them so fascinating, because they are a multifaceted person. It is not just what you see, what you get. It's very, very deep waters and very, very different emotional phases, but dedicated to people they love, dedicated, funny, good sense of humor, really kind of like rich tapestry of adventures in life for sure. Leo, super adorable, you know, their strength resides in their fifth house, pleasure, children, romance, creativity, risks, hobbies. They're very industrious. They're great in the leadership capacities, super charming, probably the most charming sign out there. They like to be right. They love knowledge. They're just the little sparklers, you know, of the zodiac. I've never met a Leo I haven't liked. And they try. They care about what others think of them, so they try. And you know, they usually have excellent, fun social manners too. They're really lovely. They're people. You know, they're dudes, and they're ladies, and they're wonderful. And also, oftentimes they are some awesome optimists. Like they get excited like nobody. You're going to the beach, you're gonna have the best time. You're gonna surf. You're gonna do this and that. True optimists in a really great way. Let's see what your spirit animal is going to be. Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. I feel like when oftentimes we're on our life path purpose and our route and everything is coming to fruition, our soulmate matches, our true vocations, our great connection with our emotional intelligence as well as spirituality and all of that, we're usually assigned and connect to some sort of animal spirit, and yours is definitely of the fox spirit. And it's saying, you know, really believe in your talents in changing times. They're going to help you, they're going to sustain you and provide abundance for you, and feel good about that. And oftentimes, like I was saying, along this, all the good things come in a domino effect. You know, you realize you have this talent, all of a sudden abundance arises, your soulmate, your understandings, all of that, because it's your frequency plugged in to the right fuse now, right? So you're no longer dejected, doubtful, or any of that. You're like optimistic, you're reaching, you're allowing, you're hopeful, and it's like one spark ignites another, and then, you know, you're just taking off full blaze. So really beautiful energy, group 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read and you want all your little deets. If you want to come support my channel on Patreon, and if you guys want to, I have just regular extra free reads and things over there. I'm going to be doing tutorials, all of that. Thank you guys so much for your support. Oh, and a little notice too, I was just made aware by my Goddess Provisions provider that they already sold out of the May box. So if you go on that link below, it'll show you all the boxes that are still available, because sometimes, you know, it just Mother's Day, things just take off and go crazy. So yeah, everything's down there. And come see me on Instagram too at Sparkwist11. I do daily posts and memes. I'm holding contests this weekend. I do free readings, deck giveaways, jewelry, all of that to give back and show my appreciation for how awesome you guys are. And again, thank you for all your beautiful comments and your support. It means the world to me, and you guys are the best. So love and light.